which is just an empty document. And what I want you to do is go down here to the tool panel and click on the perspective grid tool. And this is the perspective grid. I'm also going to close this little panel here just to give us a bit more space. And you'll notice it places a grid onto my document. And this document, or this grid rather, has these little widgets that I can choose to control the grid. So I can make it bigger or smaller by pulling this one up or down. Okay, I can also adjust the horizon line, so I can decide how high the horizon line is. So am I looking down at a building or am I looking up at a building? If I move the horizon line down, it feels like I'm looking up at a very tall building, especially if I just adjust the size of the grid a little bit. If I pull the horizon up, it starts to feel like I'm on top of another building looking down at this one. So you'll see by adjusting the horizon line, I can determine the height of the building or other elements within my 3D scene, or my perspective scene, I should say. Now you can also move the whole grid. So if I want the building to be over here somewhere in my drawing, I can move it over there and then decide on the horizon line. And that gives me a little bit more space to draw down here. Now let's bring it back over into the center. At any time, if you want to reset the grid, you can go to View and down to Perspective Grid. And this is a 2-point perspective. So if you go into 2-point perspective and choose 2P normal view, it will reset the grid to where it was. So if you get lost, just reset it. Then we have options for extending the grid. And you'll notice that actually nothing's happening when I try and extend it this way.